Hi, Bill from CJ Pony Parts. The Outer Beltline is one of the most commonly damaged weather strips on your classic Mustang. Being out in the elements, plus the glass going up and down against it, tends to wear it out and it dries and cracks. In the case of our 71 here, the Beltline was actually painted over, which makes it even worse. Since this Beltline keeps water out of the doors, you want to make sure it's in place to avoid future rust issues. Today, we're going to show you how to replace the Outer Beltline using our 71 Mustang convertible. For this installation, you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, panel removal tool, hammer, punch, small pick, drill, 1/8 inch drill bit, 3/8 ratchet, and a 7/16 socket. You can see how badly damaged and cracked our Outer Beltline is on our convertible. Both the door and the quarter are going to need to be replaced. The door weather strip is going to be the same on both your coupe convertible and fastback, while the rear convertible is specific, but the coupe's going to be very similar as well. We sell both inner and outer kits because many times the inner is okay and it's just the outer that takes the wear, such as the case with our 71 convertible. Our first step is to remove the top of our door panel. First step would be to remove the door lock knob. In the case of our 71, had some door lock issues when we bought it, so there currently isn't a door lock knob installed. To remove it, simply turn it counterclockwise, and then you can remove the top of your door panel. Top of the panel is held on by 2 screws, one on each end. We slide it up and over. Your inner belt line is attached to this panel. If you have to replace it, you simply pull this off, staple a new one in place. Unlike many other years, you don't have to pull the door panel off your 71 through 73. We need to get the glass away from the weather strip. There's these 2 window guides located here. You remove these 2 bolts, you can pull the guides off, and then move the glass out of the way. You want to make sure you hold on to the guide so it doesn't go down the bottom of your door. The outer belt line is held in by retaining clips except for one screw all the way here in the back. I will pull out with the edge here, grab our door panel removal tool, and pop off our original weather strip. Many times the original clips will actually break off when you're removing the Beltline weather strip. You want to make sure all the pieces of these clips are removed before you try to install your new weather strip. Although it's not as common as it is with the earlier cars, you want to make sure all these holes are flat and the clips didn't pull the metal out to make sure the new weather strip fits properly. If you just push it out a little bit, just grab a punch and hammer it flat. Now you want to grab your new Outer Beltline weather strip. They are size specific. It's pretty easy on the 71 3s to tell. Since the door has a curve at the end, just make sure the weather strip has the same curve. We're going to start with the front and press the new clips into place. Make sure at this point the weather strip is behind the glass, between the glass and the door. Take them in by hand too. You grab a punch, just place it over the edges and push them in slowly. The Beltline weather strips do not come with its rear hole drilled out, so you can make sure you get it lined up perfectly. I'm going to use a small punch to mark it, and I'm going to drill a small hole. Now we're going to reinstall the glass guides. We can reinstall the top of our door panel. Now we can move on to our quarter windows. To install the outer belt line for the quarter windows, we've got to remove the quarter interior trim panels. To do that, we're going to take our back seat out. I'm going to start by removing the lower cushion. So you reach underneath and pull straight up. Now we're going to slide the rear cushion off the bracket. The interior quarter trim panel is held on by several Phillips head screws, as well as a window crank. We'll start by removing the crank, then remove all the screws. You can slide it up and then out. Here again, the inner belt line is attached to the panel itself. To replace it, you simply remove the staples, put the new one in place. The outer belt line is held on by one screw and two clips. The screw's in the center. You've got to remove this plate to be able to get to it. Installs the same way the front. You're going to line up the clip in the front here. And the same for the rear. I'll slightly pull back on the weather strip to line up the hole for the screw. We're going to reinstall the plate that we removed. Now we're going to reinstall our quarter trim panel. And reinstall our window crank. Now you want to move on to the passenger side rear quarter panel. Once you finish that one, you reinstall your back seat and you can do your front door. And our installation is finished. Now our glass on our door is sealed properly, which will keep water out of the door, preventing costly repairs down the road. Installation should take you around 2 hours. You'll be back on the road in no time.